Sip. All right. Choke.
So, another friend contacted us after he saw some of the amp reviews that we've done and decided to purchase yet another orange for us to look at. And he had it shipped here first, so he hasn't even seen this yet.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because not any friend would do that.
Not any friend. That's
and
right.
Jason is not any friend.
He is not.
This is for sure.
Yeah, this is
I've probably known him as long as you've known Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Probably go back that far, but the age gap's different. He was a little kid when I was first hanging out with him, but we were in bands together and stuff, and got a lot of love for this cat.
Yep.
But he bought the amp for himself,
right,
and then said, "You know what? I'm going to ship it to these guys. Let them mess with it before I even get it." What?
Right.
Who does that?
Yeah,
you know. So thank you, Jason.
So, and unfortunately, Kevin's been on vacation, and things have been hectic, so we haven't gotten to it. So we've been sitting on this for a few weeks here. So
I just got back from vacation,
and now I'm heading out on vacation in the morning, so
now.
it's time to get this thing done. But
we'll get it back to you, Jason.
Yeah, more background too. I've known Jason about as long as I've known Kevin, and been in bands with him pretty much since I moved here. So all kinds of different bands, with different configuration. Somewhere I've played bass, somewhere he's played bass, somewhere he's played guitar, I've played bass. It just depends on the band, but lots of interesting gigs, lots of fun gigs between here and Charleston, all over South Carolina, Edisto Beach, gigs all over the place. But like he said, mad love. So we still keep in close contact, though he lives in the great city of Charleston.
He's going to be a guest on here soon, though.
Yeah. In fact, he was in town, I think last weekend when you were just coming back, but we all missed each other. But yeah, we'll have to get him and maybe one of the other brothers. There's all kinds of brothers. But
lots of riding hours floating around, so yeah.
And we've been in bands with a few of them. So
I think all of them. I have, at least. Yeah. To some degree. But
I haven't. Not with Jamie, but
still time.
That's true. He's always been away since
That's right.
We're going to bust this out. It's a orange Terror Stamp, which is a very small hybrid amp. It's meant to be, put in your pedal board. It can be used as a backup amp, a recording amp, many different things. But it mimics the Tiny Terror preamp section to some degree. I guess I haven't opened it yet, but and it's got a tube preamp and a Class D power amp. So it's very small, very light, yet allegedly still sounds good. So we're gonna play some through this, and then play some through the other orange Tiny Terror, and then play through the Friedman and see what we get. So
here we go.
Let's do it. There's Volume 1, Volume 2, Shape and Gain, which is versus this one, which is one volume, Tone and Gain. So slightly different than preamp section.
Now it's switching between Volume 1 and Volume 2, so it's just.
We'll find out.
Gain. Okay. Here you mess.
With the gain at three quarters. Now here's with the gain at 1 o'clock, shape at noon, and volume 1 about a quarter of the way. Volume 2, which is just a little higher. Pretty dark. I'm going to go up on the shape to about 1 o'clock, get a little more treble, I think.
Pretty raw.
Yeah, we'll set up volume 1 for clean, kind of.
So the gain is the same for both. It's just literally volumes. So you can it's like a boost. Michael Jackson. To test distortion with like closer intervals because then you kind of see the content. 20 watts?
15.
15 watts.
Yeah, 15 watts. It's also switchable down to 7. Volume, tone, and gain is it. It's all you really need with that amp. I tend to run it with the tone all the way up, as bright as it gets, because it's pretty dark amp to begin with, but that's where it's at now. Gain is 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Tone is all the way up, and then we'll mess with the volume. We'll start with 7 watts, but... On 7 watts.
So. Yeah, the tone's way different
than
the shape thing for sure.
So I just kind of backed it down. Now we're at about 1 o'clock on the tone, and I had backed it down to about half.
And it just feels like you're rolling off highs.
And that's volume is only halfway up. The gain is most of the way up, but. There's a little. Like I said, this has almost a fuzz character to it as you get higher gain, and this one just is more of a natural tube overdrive. So they might be used. Seriously good tone, though.
It's responding like a tube amp does, and I think we were missing a little bit of that from this.
But you got to remember,
I mean, that's not what it's for. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying that's what you would skip.
And you could almost say too, if I've got some sort of an orange, this is a perfect companion in terms of the realm of sound that it's in. Not exactly the same, but you can get similar tones.
Right.
And again, have backup, or if you want that orange sound in your recordings, boom.
And that's
for $200 versus $800 or $1,000.
I love to have a variety of sounds at your fingertips if you can, but who's going to be able to carry a bunch of heads around? But that, that's a whole different tone palette. Yes.
because not everybody has,
right.
you know,
Who has the guts?
Right, we've got equipment
Use a
that
crappy
doesn't.
guitar.
Right, wait. That sounds
Yeah, all right. See,
pretty cool.
That's sweet for me.
Yeah, and that was the second position,
Which I typically don't like with distortion.
Right.
That sounds fantastic.
Right. And I like that for certain stuff. Say what you will about a cheap guitar, that thing sounds
It does sound good, doesn't it? I'm telling you, this
I had that in my Steinberger, the 85 SASA, and or mine might have been an 89, but
I had a little
whatever.
identity crisis at one point not too long ago when I was like, I'm playing crappy stuff.
When nobody liked EMGs?
Yeah, and I just got hated on immediately when people saw that. It's
right.
like, yeah, Metallica or whatever. And it's just like, no, that's not what I'm doing.
Or if you have two 85s or whatever, it's Zach Wild, right?
Yeah, or whatever. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
It's something about this pick guard, and I don't know if this is just the musician being superstitious, but like this pick guard, for whatever reason, pushes this pick up pretty far away. Yeah, and I don't know if that rounds it off a little bit. It definitely
makes a difference. Even subtle changes in where the pickup is. Yeah, and I can see, I mean, it's fairly close to that middle pickup. But yeah.
So, I don't know, but I like it. But, all right, so, yeah, there it is.
All three.
3 amps,
and
2 cousins, and
right.
Bastard.
Yep. And all through, this is a closed back top hat, much like a Marshall 212, 2 vintage 30 Celestions in it. So they're older, probably from the late 90s, I think, early 2000s. Is that when you bought that,
or did you buy old Celestions?
Yeah, I bought it. It was used when I got it in, I don't know, early 2003 or something like that. I got that. Maybe.
So you've had a little bit of use?
Yes.
Nice. Well, Jason, right now, again, special thanks to you for the old terror stamp. I think you're going to find great uses for that. I'd be interested to talk to you about how you're going to use it. But, yeah, definitely a cool purchase.
Better be some more recordings coming on him. Remember, the last thing he recorded was that Charleston-themed kind of jazz album.
It was fantastic.
It was great, yeah.
And then he's just...
Where you been?
Bruh. So anyway, thank you for sending that on. I will pack it up and send it to you. We'll send Matt to the beach. Nice. And thanks again for watching.